And so the situation got out of hand. Now, Pastor, what are we talking about here? We're talking about the story of Joseph, the young man who had been given the coat of many colors by his father and had been sold into slavery and was now in the house of a man by the name of Potiphar as a bondage servant. I mean, he was a man who had excelled in very difficult circumstances. And now, there in the house, there's this woman who was the wife of Potiphar. And there are things going on here. Now, I have speculated, and you might say, well, Pastor King, you're wrong about this. But as I read between the lines, it says day by day this was going on. The scripture says that Joseph did well, that he did not succumb to her, and he did not allow her advancements to cause him to act out in a way that would be harmful and detrimental both to him, to her, and to Potiphar, and the work of the Lord, as far as that's concerned. But I have interjected here that I think there was more that was going on. And unfortunately, this has happened in the lives of men and women throughout the generations. Unfortunately, it happens to pastors because just the thought that, well, I can just tease a little and I can just play a little and nothing's going to happen until it gets out of hand. And then it gets to the point to where control is lost. And we know that this is the work of the enemy because the enemy comes in, as the scripture says, to steal, kill, and to destroy. And that's what it's about. And especially in the life of ministers, you know that the devil wants to destroy young ministers through this way. I mean, misconduct in these areas, unfortunately, it happens more than I'd like to think that it happens, because you get to the point to where control is lost and then huge damage is done. And so now it says that Joseph, he goes into the place to take care of his business. That's what the scripture says. And he's in there, and there's nobody else in the house. So already he has put himself in a very compromised situation, something we should always be mindful of. And now she's come in. She's made this one more time, this advance. He rebuffs her. She grabs a garment and runs out and says that he's trying to force himself upon me. And then he gets the attention of the household. And then the husband gets into the act, and he's angry because of these things that have been said, which are not true. And a young man who has such a promising career, I mean, he could have lived in that household forever and been very, very well off. Now cast into the king's prison. Seemingly his life is ruined. But not so. Not when the hand of God is upon you. It's Pastor Jack King with the gospel on the radio broadcast.